Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel, and in today's video we're going to be showing you the new features that Snapchat have implemented into the camera side, which is something we haven't had it in a while, into the application. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now if you're new to the channel, we make Snapchat themed videos to help you guys out in the Snapchat community make the most of the application, whether that be tips and tricks or just the know-hows on the new features. My name is Carl Lightning and I'll be taking you through the camera features today that they've implemented over the last week. Now this update has been coming out for a while. It's been rolled out for about a couple of months now, and the only reason I know this is someone contacted me on Twitter and said, look, I've got the same phone as somebody else and they have features I don't. I looked into it and I didn't know that they were bringing these features out, but today I can confirm that most devices will have them, whether they'll be iOS or Android. Now please take note that some of the modern phones will have more features than the older phones, just on the fact that the technology in these are better, but that doesn't mean that iPhone will get better features than Samsung. This is an equal playing field. Now the first feature I'd like to talk about is something that I'm very excited to announce. Recently I did a video at the very start of the year saying what features I'd like to see come into the application, and one of them has finally made it in. I'm not sure if it's to do with my video, but at least we have something to celebrate about. And this feature is a timer mode which allows you to put your phone down or up in the air, tap the button, it counts down 3 seconds and then will take the snap automatically. Now after rewatching my video recently just to see how close I was to the feature, this here is what I illustrated as how the Snapchat feature should work, and this is how it exactly works. So they are very similar and I was onto the right track. And just to show you guys that these features aren't just on the latest phones, as you can see here, we've got the iPhone XS and the iPhone 6S, which is one of the newest phones and one of the older iOS devices. And you can see that they both have this drop-down menu here that has the new features in. Just remember, the iPhone 6S will not have the portrait mode due to the camera that is built in on the device. This may be similar to some Android devices. You may find that they don't have any of these features just on the fact of what is built onto the phone. This next feature is for the more modern smartphones that have the advanced cameras inside them, like the iPhone XS with its dual lens here. Now what portrait mode does is basically bokeh the background out, and if you're new to bokeh, what it is basically the photography look when you're so focused on one thing the background is completely blurred. Now this feature isn't new to smartphones. iPhone and Android have been doing this for a while in their own cameras, but Snapchat have now put their own version into the cameras, which works pretty impressive. However, it will only work with the modern phones due to the fact it needs the software and the dual lenses. Now just a quick comparison of a portrait mode photo. This one here was taken just with the normal camera, no portrait mode enabled, and this photo here was one taken with this new portrait mode. Now the only issue I have with portrait mode is you can't add lenses on top. You can add the filters after you've taken the photograph, but you can't add the lenses, which are the pretty colours and all the face filters that you'd like to add. Now the next exciting feature that Snapchat have put into the application is more for the photographers or anyone who likes to be aesthetically pleasing, and that is the grid feature that Snapchat allow you to overlay on the Snapchat camera, and when you close the app and reopen it, it will stay on if you have it enabled. Now if you're new to grids, what it does is it splits the screen up into 9 squares. The squares are irrelevant, it's more to do with the lines on the screen. There are 2 lines going down and there are 2 lines going across, and these are basically allowing you to put things on rule of thirds as they call it, or horizon lines that basically keep your skies straight and your people in the right lines. I didn't realise today's episode would end up turning it into a photography lesson, but if you utilise the grid you can get some very nice looking Snapchats. You can YouTube anything about photography grids and you'll learn some tips and tricks. It's more, like I said, to keep things on lines to make things look visually pleasing. However, in the Snapchat world you could put a person maybe on the right hand line and some text on the left, and it just makes a nice Snapchat to view. Now this next feature is to do with the grid, but it is an advanced feature that not many smartphone applications have, and this is a spirit level, or a level to get your photos nice and straight. We talked earlier about getting your horizon straight, which is making sure your sky doesn't look a bit like this, because in photos it can make you feel a bit seasick. Now what the spirit level does is basically tells you when your phone is straight, so you are taking a perfectly level photograph. And something I like about this is if you twist your phone, not only does it indicate in yellow that it's flat, but you'll get a little vibration tick to say that it's flat, and it's a good little feature to use if you're trying to keep your Snapchats nice and straight. I would also like to update you guys on the profile screens. Recently we've had 2, which is sort of transferring from what used to be the black profile screen into the white one. Majority of iOS devices now have the white profile instead of the black. Like I said, if you're new around here, this is the black profile screen, and this is what we used to have for many years, but now we are transferring over into the more colourful and the better looking, in my opinion, white profiles, which have a lot more information on, and again, a better viewing experience for all of you. Now, talking about the white profile screens, I've had a lot of questions in the comment section below asking where the new trophy location is, and basically, I'm not sure if it's the same for Android, but down the bottom for iOS, you'll find the trophy section where all your Snapchat trophies have migrated to. But anyway, guys, that is the majority of the new Snapchat features that I've put into our Snapchat application. I'm very excited for these features as well, because I find they're very useful for Snapchat purposes and not just a little gimmick on the application, because Snapchat can. They've been doing fab this year in terms of the new features. I've been enjoying every single one of them. Let us know in the comment section below if you like these new photography features, because again, anything that can improve our Snapchat experience is what we'd like in the Snapchat world. And again, just a little bit about myself. We've recently moved into a new office. This is our new studio. It's a bit plain at the moment. We plan to put some decor on the back there that may say Snapthis or have some Snapchat themed items. The desk was meant to be a wider shot. I know it's quite narrow, but we have our football and our glasses like we normally do. We just haven't got the Snapchat cushions anymore because we don't have the sofa. And strangely enough, today is the first video that I've not had a cameraman, and I will put this on my Snapchat story so you can see that I am actually filming on my own. I used to complain about this, but it's not as hard as I used to think. Anyway, if you're new around here, of course, you can subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed today's video, then leave us a like. Also, let us know in the comment section below if you've enjoyed the new features that Snapchat have put into the application. Tell us what you think of the new studio. It's a bit bland, but let us know what you think we should put in the background, whether we should have some big Snapchat logos. Let us know in the comment section anyway. And we'll catch you in the next episode of the Snapthis channel.